So if you don't know by now, then you should probably get familiar.
Hi friends, welcome to our channel. We are doing a series of 10th class mathematics. As a part of this, we are now in the chapter probability. Okay, we have already done 2 classes on probability where we have discussed the major important basics and basic terms related to probability, and we have discussed what is an experiment, what are called events, what are equally likely events, what are less likely events, what are more likely events. Okay, and we have also learnt about sure event, certain event, what is the formula for finding probability of an event. Okay, so we have learnt many concepts. If you don't watch those videos, please do watch them and come back. Okay, in this class we are going to discuss about 3 major and important points here. Okay, so do watch till the end. Okay, this class is very important. Okay, now so see here, in this class we are going to discuss about mutually exclusive events, and we are going to discuss about elementary events. What do you mean by elementary events? And third one, we are going to discuss about complementary events. So all these seems to be similar, but each and every one has a minute difference. This difference is very important for us to crack some 1 mark or 2 mark questions. Okay, see here, for example, already we know that when a coin is tossed, what are the possible outcomes we'll get? Head and tail, right? So let us see here. So when we toss a coin, so what are the possible outcomes? So here possible outcomes are nothing but head and tail. Okay, head and tail. In this, getting a head is an event, getting a tail is an event now. So see here, for example, when we are calculating about probability of getting head, so what we will be doing, Nana? What is our formula? Number of favorable outcomes by total number of possible outcomes. So favorable outcome is only one, that is head. So the number of favorable outcomes will be 1 and total outcomes are head and tail. So we have 2 total outcomes. So we can write it as 1/2. Okay, and if you observe probability of getting a tail, when we are finding probability of getting a tail, see here again the favorable outcome will be only one, that is T, that is only one favorable outcome, and out of 2 possible outcomes, that is again 1/2, that is again 1/2. So this is one case. Okay, see here, when the result head is coming for us, there is no chance for tail to come, right? That means head is the outcome, it is preventing the tail to come again, right now. That means similarly, see here, I will explain you very simply. See here, when head comes we don't get tails, when tail comes we don't get heads, right now. That means one outcome is preventing the other there. When head comes, tail will not come, head will stop the tail, you stop there, I am already here. Okay, when tail comes here, so tail will be telling to head that you be there only, I am already here. That means one outcome will prevent the other to come. Okay, so it will not allow other outcome to come now. So every time we will get only one outcome, this will prevent the other outcomes. For example, when we see in case of dice, Nana, so what are the possible outcomes here? What are the possible outcomes? The possible outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, right? The possible outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So see here, when I am finding probability of 1, so here the favorable outcome is only 1 and total outcomes are 6. And see here probability of 2. When I take probability of 2 again, okay, I'll write like this. probability of 2, again I'll get 1 by 2 here. When I check probability of 3, again I'll get 1 by 2. Probability of 4, again I'll get 1 by, sorry, not 1 by 2, that is 1 by 6. Why? Because we have total outcomes are 6 here. Total outcomes are 6. Okay, so when we are calculating probability of getting 5, we get 1 by 6, and when we calculate probability of 6, again we'll get 1 by 6 nano. Okay, so see here, when we get an outcome 1, it will prevent all other outcomes, right? When we get only 1, so there is no chance for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When we get 2, there is no chance for 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. When we get 3, there is no chance for 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. When we get 4, there is no chance for 1, 2, 3 and 5, 6. So like that, one outcome will prevent all the others. So we call this kind of events as mutually exclusive events, Nana. So, okay, we call this kind of events as mutually exclusive events. That means when we get an outcome, there is no chance for other to come again. So that kind of events. So see here getting a head and getting a tail. These two are mutually exclusive events. Probability of getting 1, probability of getting 2, getting 3, getting 4, getting 5, getting 6. All those probabilities are nothing but, probabilities of those events are nothing but mutually exclusive events. Clear? Right now. So see here, let us go for one more thing, that is elementary events now. We will be talking about elementary events. What do you mean by elementary events? An event which has only one outcome, an event which has only one outcome is known as elementary event. You think like that, okay? So event which has only one outcome. See here, getting ahead is our, what is it, Nana? Getting head is our event. So how many outcomes will be there for that? Only one outcome, only one favorable outcome. Getting a tail, only one favorable outcome. Getting 1, only one favorable. Getting 2, only one favorable. Getting 3, only one favorable. Right now, so like that we call such kind of events as elementary events, okay, of an experiment. So what is the experiment here? Here the experiment is tossing a coin, and here the experiment is rolling a dice, right, Nana? Rolling a dice. So see here, these two are the experiments and these are the results here, right, Nana? Clear? So we call these events as elementary events. So see here, and there is a specialty for elementary events, that is, if you add probability of head plus probability of tail, what do you get, Nana? That is nothing but 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, which is equals to 1. Okay, here also you do the same thing. Add all the probabilities of elementary events. Add all the probabilities of elementary events. Here in all the cases the denominator is 6. So our common denominator will be 6. Our common denominator will be 6, and you'll be adding all those things. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. So this is nothing but 6 by 6, which is again equals to 1, which is again equal to 1. So see here, and for example, let us take one more case, that is in a bag. Okay, in a bag, for suppose there is a blue ball, there is a red ball, and there is a green ball now. Okay, for example, in a bag there is a blue ball, there is a red ball, and there is a green ball. So what is the probability that a ball drawn is red? Ball drawn is red. So see here, Nana, how many balls are there? Total of 3. So here I am asking, what is the probability of getting a red ball? What is the probability of getting a red ball? Means here we have only one red ball out of 3. Out of 3. So total balls are 3 and we have only one red ball. Okay, you see here, probability of getting green. Probability of getting green. So here this is also 1 by 3. What is the probability of getting blue ball? That is also 1 by 3. You add all these 3, Nana. 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3. Again you will get the answer as 1. So here these are all the elementary events of the experiment. What is the experiment here? Picking up a ball. Picking up a ball from a bag is an experiment. That's all. So what is the event here? So getting a red ball is an event, getting green ball is an event, getting blue ball is an event. So see here, these are also mutually exclusive events, you can say, Nana. Why? Because when we draw a red ball, it prevents green and blue to come. When we pick up a green ball, it prevents the other two. When we pick up a blue, it prevents other two, Nana. Okay, so see here, so even these are the mutually exclusive events, and also nothing but these are all the elementary events of the experiment drawing a ball. See here, probability of getting head, probability of getting tail. These are the elementary events of tossing a coin experiment. And see here, probability of getting 1, probability of getting 2, probability of getting 3. All those are the elementary events of rolling a dice. I hope it is clear for you now. Okay, now let us see some more cases. See here, when we add all the elementary events, what is the answer you are getting, Nana? So we will be getting only 1. Okay. Now let me take one more example, and you need to see the difference there. Okay. Look here, Nana. For example, rolling a dice. Rolling a dice is our experiment. Rolling a dice is our experiment, Nana. Now you see here, what is the probability of getting a number less than or equal to 2, less than or equal to 2, and what is the probability of value getting greater than 2? Okay, what is the probability of a number getting greater than 2? So this is our questions. You think that? Right, Nana. So now let us try to find out the probability values here. So see here, the event is you should get a number less than or equal to 2. You should get a number less than or equal to 2. So see here, what are the possible outcomes here? Favorable outcomes. Favorable outcomes are nothing but 1 and 2. 1 and 2 are favorable, and total outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so here probability will be 2 by 6. Why? Because we have 2 favorable outcomes and a total of 6 possible outcomes. If the probability of an event is getting greater than 2, getting greater than 2 means you will get 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 4 favorable outcomes out of 6 total outcomes. 4 favorable outcomes out of 6 total outcomes. So see here, Nana, if you simplify, you will get this as 1 by 3 and this as 2 by 3. If you add these two, what is the answer you will get here? That is 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3, which is equals to common denominator 3, and you have 1 plus 2, that is 3 by 3, which is equals to 1. Again, if you add these two events, you got the answer as 1. Now you tell me whether these are elementary events or not. Whether these events are elementary event or not. Yes or no? Comment in the comment section. Okay, so see here, I have already told you. What do you mean by elementary event, Nana? When an event has only one outcome, and if you add all the probability values, you should get 1 in an experiment. So see here the event is getting greater than 2. How many favorable outcomes we have here? 3 is favorable, 4 is favorable, 5 is favorable, 6 is also favorable. So here these two are not elementary events, You tell me, are they mutually exclusive events? Comment in the comment section. See here, when we are talking about greater than 2, this will definitely prevent all the other outcomes, right, Nana? So these two will become definitely mutually exclusive events. Why? Because here the outcomes will not coincide with each other, right? So here the favorable outcomes will be 3, 4, 5, 6, and here the outcomes will be 1 and 2. When we get 1 or 2, it will prevent all these outcomes. When we get 3, 4, 5, 6, this will definitely prevent 1, 2. So these two events can be mutually exclusive events. Clear? Right. Then, okay, we got an understanding that these are not elementary events, right, Nana? These are not elementary events. So what do we call such kind of events whose probabilities are, when we add the probabilities, you get answer as 1. You get the answer as 1. So see here, Nana. See here, there is a small difference. Here we have only how many events, Nana? 2 events. Here you can have 2 or more events. Here also you can have 2 or more events, Nana. But here we will be talking about only 2 events, and the probabilities of those 2 events must be equal to 1. Those 2 events must be equals to 1. Okay, Nana. So see here. Here probability of a number getting less than or equal to 2 is 1 event, and probability of getting a number greater than 2 is other event. Their probability values are 1 by 3 and 2 by 3. If you add them, you are getting 1. Or let us take one more example here. For suppose, what is the probability of getting 5? What is the probability of getting 5? So favorable outcome will be only 1 and total outcomes are 6. Okay. Can I write what is the probability of getting a number 1 comma 2, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 6? Okay, what is the probability of getting a number 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 6? So how many favorable outcomes we have here? Here we have 5 outcomes, favorable outcomes, and total of 6 outcomes. Okay, total possible outcomes are 6. If you add these two, again you will get answer as 1. Okay, now so in order to write this probability, I'll change the question. See here, can I write probability of not getting 5? Is the meaning same or not? Probability of getting 1, getting 2, getting 3, getting 4, getting 6. Okay. Probability of getting 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 6 is the same as probability of not getting 5. Clear? So what is the answer here, Nana? This is nothing but 5 by 6. Both are same events. Both are same events, but representation is different, but both are the same events here. So can I write this as 6 minus 1 by 6? 5 by 6, can I write it as 6 minus 1 by 6? Yes. Can I write it as 6 by 6 minus 1 by 6? Yes. This is nothing but 1 minus 1 by 6. What is 1 by 6, Nana? What is 1 by 6 here? That is nothing but probability of 5. So can I write probability of getting 5 here? Yes. Now you see this case, probability of getting, probability of not getting 5, probability of not getting 5 is equal to 1 minus probability of getting 5. Can I write it or not? Oh yes. See here, we have a separate representation for not getting 5. So what is that means? You can write a bar on 5. Okay, you can mark a bar on 5. So this means 5 should not come. Okay, its meaning is 5 should not come. So see here, I am bringing this to this side. So it will be probability of getting 5. Right now, this is probability of not getting 5 and this is probability of getting 5, which is equal to how much? 1. So see here, here you have 2 events and the sum is equals to 1. Here we have 2 events and sum is equals to 1, Nana. So what kind of events are these? These are nothing but complementary events. What are the events and what are these events called? Complementary events. So for this you have one important formula, that is, we will be writing that formula, that is very very important. Okay, I hope you are understanding the class here. So see here, how to write this one means probability of an event plus probability of not event E, probability of not A, which is equals to 1, which is equals to 1. So this is the one more formula you have in your probability chapter. This is also very very important formula. So how the questions will be? So see here, for example, 2 girls are playing some game. Okay, let us take Shruti and Shravani. Let us take Shruti and Shravani. So we know their capabilities. So I will be telling that the probability of Shruti winning the game is 0.992. probability of Shruti winning the game is 0.992. What is the probability of Shravani winning the game? What is the probability of Shravani winning the game? So see here, only two members are playing. Shravani winning the game means Shruti should not win, right? Shruti should not win. So simply probability of Shravani will be 1 minus probability of not Shruti. You can write like this. Shruti should not win that. Right now. So this will be like, so I am taking here x is equals to 1 minus 0.992, which is equals to how much? 0.008. So what is the probability that Shravani wins the match? What is the probability that Shravani wins the match, Nana? That is 0.008. So here you may have decimal fractions also. Okay, for example, if you have like this, probability of Shruti winning the match is 1 by 5. What is the probability of Shravani winning the match? Simple, 1 minus 1 by 5. That is equals to how much, Nana? 4 by 5. So here the probability of Shravani winning the match will be 4 by 5. Clear? I hope you understood this concept. Okay, if you have any doubts, please do comment in the comment section. Okay, out of these three, you tell me which event you like the most in the comment section. Okay, in our next class we are going to deal with very interesting problems. Before that, we are going to discuss about cards and the problems related to cards. So that is very important and interesting also. So don't miss that class. If you like my class, do like it, share to your friends. If you are new to my channel, please do subscribe and hit the bell icon in order not to miss the further classes. Thank you for now. Let us meet in our next class. Bye.
Familiar.